The voyage to immortality is about to begin. No matter the challenges ahead, stay focused. And no guts, no glory.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dolphin Quest. Brandon and Eve here, and we've got a special little bundle to talk about. So if you followed on our Facebook page, you may have seen that I'll occasionally post links to Humble Bundle, and in case you don't know what that is, it's a website that has bundles of games, comics, PDFs, literally whatever. They just do bundles of everything nowadays. It used to just be games. But it's bundles of games where you get Steam keys and you pay like a really inexpensive price to get these games. So I normally post them, but we don't normally do videos about it. So we really wanted to talk about this one because it has some of our favorite games in it.
So, anyone who's not familiar with Humble Bundle, their whole business model is kind of based off of paying what you want. In other words, they offer different tiers that will get you different content based off of how much you pay. So, the base tier is usually about $1 or so, and with that tier, you'll get probably about like 2 games. But as you pay more, you get more content, all the way up to the highest tier, which will get you everything in the bundle. So another thing with their system is you also choose where the money goes. So if you decide that you want your money to go to the developers of the game, sure, that's fine. Or if you want it all to go to Humble Bundle for the awesome service that they offer, you can choose to have it go there. Or, hey, if you want to throw us a couple bucks, go for it. And also, they offer support for charities as well. So things like the Special Olympics, even some local things like the Bo Biden Foundation, since I'm from Delaware, I know about that one. Anyway, so also with that is you don't have to send all your money to one place, which is really cool. You can kind of split it up with a little sliding scale system. It's awesome, and yeah, it's a great way to get a lot of content and a lot of entertainment while also, supporting a cause that you care about.
Yeah, so as Brandon said, you could actually send a little bit to us. So what that means is we are humble partners. What that means is anytime you click on one of our links, we will get a portion of the sales. So like for the actual bundles, it'll be whatever you guys set. So it could be like $1, could be a penny, so on and so forth. But in the store, it'll be 5% of whatever game it is that you purchase. So, we have to do this whole thing where we say that we're partners and we will be getting a percentage of the sale. But, that'll be really cool if you help support us, and we appreciate you guys clicking on this if you do. And a lot of the times, like I said, on Facebook, I'll post the links that are like, hey, here's a free game. So even if you don't want to, like, support us or anything, I highly suggest signing up for their newsletter because they send out free games, like, every single month. And then this month, there's even some bonuses where you can get, like, 4 extra games. So it's a win-win.
And one of the winners is always you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. Yeah, you guys.
This week's content is called Hooked on Multiplayer, and they've done this one in the past before, so I think it has a couple of games that might have been on here before, and then a couple of newer things. Not really entirely sure about that. So for this one, for the dollar tier, they have 3 different games. One of them is Stick Fight the Game, so if you guys are fans of Game Grumps, I've seen them play this game.
At length.
Yeah. And it's a really simple concept, but it's a lot of fun because the game keeps changing every single time you play it. Me and Brandon will probably have some content of that, us fighting each other as stick figure little guys.
Yeah, it might even be later in this video.
Yeah, and then the 2 other games are Rampage Nights and Tumblestone. So later in the video, I will do a review about Tumblestone.
Also, when you go down a little bit more and you pay $5.40 or more, you unlock the second tier. So it's everything in the first tier plus the second tier. And there are 3 games total in the second tier. and two of them I haven't actually played myself. Have you played two of them? So there's the three games are Duck Game and Hover. Those are the two that I haven't played. Have you tried those yet?
Well, I did just load up Hover. Didn't really get a chance to play it, but it's like a free running game. So it's like a multiplayer Mirror's Edge.
Okay,
So maybe we can have a few clips from that.
yeah, that's pretty cool. And one game that I can tell you I will definitely be reviewing, because this is something that has been out for a long time. I think I downloaded it. I downloaded it as soon as the beta got released, but it's still like in the works. The game's not complete yet. But there's still a huge community, and that game is Besiege. So you're gonna see more from that from Besiege from me very shortly, but all I can say is I absolutely love this game.
Okay, and our final game, which I'm sure everybody already knows it and maybe even already has this game on like 3 different platforms already. But the final game is Rocket League. And if you haven't played this, me and Brennan will explain this game later. It's a lot of fun, and we're really psyched to show this off to you guys. But yeah, so that's basically this Humble Bundle, and hopefully you guys stick around and watch the reviews of the games, and also click on the link to actually go and pick up these games yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And also another thing, since me and Eve are both customers of Humble Bundle and everything like that, and I already have Besiege, Eve's going to be cashing in her copy.
I already have it too.
Oh, you already have it?
Yeah.
So I still need to get the bundle. I'm planning on doing that. But when I do, I am going to give away my key for Besiege. So like that's how much I like the game, is that I need to give this to someone else. So we'll figure out a way to do that. And yeah, just stay tuned for it.
Alrighty. So enjoy the reviews, you guys. Thanks for watching.
We'll promise to work hard on them. All right, see you guys later. Some games have you create, others have you destroy. This game here has you doing a little bit of both. This is Brandon here from Dolphin Quest, proud to bring you our very first review for Besiege for the PC. In a way, Besiege is similar to Minecraft. If Minecraft was all about destroying villages with the most absurd machinery imaginable, the game puts you in the position of the builder, an unseen protagonist who creates the mechanical monstrosities that will be driving through every NPC living room for miles. Although the building component is intuitive, it'll take some time to get used to. The thing to keep in mind here is that each piece will work on its own much differently than it will in combination with another piece. With Besiege, physics is another factor to keep in mind, as things like gravity and velocity definitely matter. As you're building your machine, you have to keep these factors in mind, or else something like this is going to happen. There is a learning curve associated with the game that may turn some players off. It takes a little bit to figure out exactly what everything does, and sometimes it could be more difficult than it has to. Before you even start building, you could expect to look at all the components for between 1 and 2 hours, just to figure out what it does in the first place. This does not include figuring out how it will interact with other objects. Don't feel bad about the learning curve, because the more time you put into learning the game mechanics, the more fun you will have building your next Doomsday project. After messing around in the tutorial for a few minutes, you could jump right into the game to create your instruments of mayhem. The objective of each stage is simple: move from start to finish and destroy the objective, whether it be an enemy stronghold or an unsuspecting farming village. It sounds easy until you consider the soldiers and other defenses that don't quite jive with your plan. These defenses are all fine and good, but, like your Uncle Steve on the 4th of July, you're probably just going to spark way too many fireworks at once and rain on everyone's parade. Despite a steep learning curve, Besiege is a lot of fun. It's an interesting concept for a game that will have you thinking, planning, and finally building to accomplish your goal and destroy the objective. Speaking of goals and objectives, an interesting fact about Besiege is that this game that you see before you right now is simply a beta. This really begs the question, if this is this good, What do they have in store for the full release? With all things considered, Dolphin Quest gives Besiege for the PC 4 out of 5. Thanks for watching.
This isn't your typical puzzle block matching game. This is Tumblestone. Tumblestone requires you to match groups of 3 same colored blocks in a row without messing up. Get 2 greens but only have red or yellow left to choose from? Well, you're gonna have to start over. So as I said, it isn't your typical puzzler. It has a few different modes in single player. Generic clear all the blocks, as well as boss levels where you might have to clear the screen quicker against an AI, or where you'll have to solve randomized puzzles a few times in a row without messing up. The regular levels can get a bit redundant, but a lot of them offer some great challenges in the precise ordering of removing blocks. My favorite levels were the boss levels, and the single player mode is huge by the way, over 10 different themed worlds with 30 levels each. I would like to see maybe a one-move redo option added, because having to start over on one of the longer levels all the way from the beginning got to be a bit annoying. I would definitely suggest picking this up in Humble Bundle over the Steam store, as its MSRP is $30. Not something I'd want to pay for a match 3 puzzler. Now for the reason why this was included in the Humble Bundle in the first place, multiplayer. The default playstyle is best out of 5, and you could change that in the modifiers section in the multiplayer menu. You could also host your own matches, look for other matches, standard multiplayer stuff. But the best part about a puzzle game style multiplayer is when you're down 2 to 4 and it's the match-winning round and you're able to beat the opponent. That's always a lot of fun. Now enjoy some epic music to make the block matching way more exciting. Despite the negligible story and at times repetitive gameplay, the puzzles can get pretty challenging, and multiplayer is a lot of fun when you can find someone online. I give Tumblestone 3 exploding rocks out of 5.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! It's ground-pounding, heart-stopping, quarter-mile mayhem!
Rechtstreeks uit de USA. De grootste monstertrucks ter wereld zijn terug. 25 en 26 september in het Gelderdoom in Arnhem. Monster Jam.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Dolphin Quest review of Rocket League. This is a game that I've been more than excited to play since it came out, and now that I got it with the Humble Bundle, I finally got a chance to take a crack at it, and man was it exciting. As I started the game, the first thing I noticed was the cool cars, the fast-paced action, and the ability to do this. After the initial excitement wore off, Rocket League was an entertaining game that kept my attention for a really long time as I looked down at my clock and 2 a.m. came and went seemingly in the blink of an eye. There are a few modes to choose from, but I stuck with the tried and true classic 3v3 and didn't feel as though I needed to try the other modes to get more out of the game. I probably will in the future, but I'll cross that road when I come to it. I think my favorite part of the game so far, though, is the sheer amount of customization you can apply to your car. You can choose your body, the wheels, your paint job, heck, you could even change what your antenna looks like and whether or not you want your car to have a pirate hat. And spoiler alert, you totally do. There are even some premium items you can apply to your car, such as a body kit from the DC Universe or even the DeLorean from Back to the Future. And also, there's this, which almost made me spit my drink out. But to be fair, you have to be a pretty huge fan of Rick and Morty to get this subtle cameo. The customization available is great, but most items come in the form of microtransactions, and not subtle ones either. During my first hour or so of playing, I got excited over a chest I unlocked, only to find out that I have to spend real-world money on the key to open it. That's one chest that's staying shut, I can tell you that much. Another issue I found with the game is the level of difficulty. You're probably going to tell me to get good or whatever, and in all honesty I probably should, but the fact is Rocket League's a competitive esports game, and it may just not be in the realm of the type of game that I'm good at. Speaking of games that I'm good at, this kind of reminds me of something, but I can't quite put my finger on... Oh right, Lucio Ball. I realized that Lucio Ball came after Rocket League and is more than likely a very close reproduction of Rocket League, but I feel as though it's kind of better, although this may be because I'm a huge Overwatch fanboy. I like Rocket League, but I feel that breaking the fourth wall is necessary to explain this. I love Lucio Ball. All in all, I think Rocket League is a great game with a lot of playability, but sometimes it kind of just feels like a mini-game. With all things considered, I give Rocket League for the PC 3
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday!
out of 5.